Welcome everyone to part 2 of BMV episode 1.1. We're jumping right back into M&A Explosion as the Impact Digital Media champion Benny Banks takes on Speedball Mike Bailey. This promises to be an absolute banger as we start off part 2 here. Benny Banks, of course, defeating Joe Hendry for the Impact Digital Media Heavyweight Wrestling Championship, and now looks to continue his reign of solid matches across the indies with a match here on M&A Explosion. Benny Banks, an absolutely stellar technician in the ring, a man who really understands the economy of pro wrestling. No wasted movement. Benny Banks with his Impact Digital Media Championship over his shoulder. Expect big things from this man for the foreseeable future. I do not believe that his career peaks at the Impact Digital Media Championship. I could see him in the very near future being a grand champion, a national champion, who knows, maybe even a heavyweight champion here in M&A Explosion. Dean Morgan spoke highly of Benny Banks at a recent press conference, saying that he is a part of a new collective of professional wrestlers who could take this company to the future. He also spoke highly of this man, Speedball Mike Bailey, saying that his understanding of the physiology of professional wrestling is second to none, and that he wants to see Mike Bailey under the M&A banner for a long time. As we understand, Mike Bailey turned down an opportunity to be in the inner circle of M&A following his performance at Make or Break in that three-way. But Speedball Mike Bailey definitely has a lot of supporters in the back, a lot of people who want to see him succeed. So I think that he definitely has a long-term career here in the future. I want to talk about future champions. Mike Bailey, already a two-time Impact X Division champion, of course, coming off of a 5.5-star match with AJ Styles a few months ago. Speedball Mike Bailey and Benny Banks doing battle here tonight. The Impact Digital Media title is not on the line tonight, but a good performance out of Mike Bailey here tonight. It could definitely be something to look into in the future. Referee James Jackson signals for the bell, and Speedball going to start off with a nice shot to Benny Banks. Throw in the corner, could already be looking for something. Nice kicks and a spinning roundhouse as well. Speedball just using those lethal feet. You see Speedball does not wear boots. Allows him to have better poise. Nice kick in the back there by Banks. Got him back into this. And now an Irish whip, and Bailey sent to the apron. Benny Banks staying right on him. Catches him with a Gary. Don't often see Speedball Mike Bailey give up positioning like that, but did just that. Speedball on the outside. Benny Banks looked like he may have been rearing up for a dive, but instead decided to go on the outside. And a big rainmaker from Speedball on the floor. Tumbled Benny Banks inside and out, and Mike Bailey all over him, chucking him right in front of the M&A faithful watching M&A Explosion here, and Speedball just telling Banks to get back in. Went for the baseball drop kick to the knee, but Banks managed to move out of the way. Benny Banks grabbing the Speedball and dropping him on the top rope there. Benny Banks now throwing Speedball into the corner. What's he got in mind here? Grabbing the arm and just a Juji Katami across the top rope. Benny Banks in full control here against Speedball Mike Bailey. And Speedball looking to lay in some shots, but next week the Impact Digital Media Championship will be on the line as Benny Banks will defend against Ilya Dragunov, who's making his M&A Explosion debut. That is going to be a massive match. but he's got to stay focused on Speedball Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey with a springboard shooter, but Benny Banks rolled out of the way and Bailey landed very hard. A nice single leg drop kick there by Benny Banks onto Speedball Mike Bailey. Speedball now in trouble as Banks just targets that arm. Of course, had that beautiful draping Jujikatami earlier, just a few moments ago. Benny Banks shooting Speedball back into the ring. Benny Banks very, very poised in this matchup. Diving elbow to the back of Speedball Mike Bailey. And again, targeting in on that left arm. He has been focusing in on that left arm, that left shoulder joint this entire match. I'd focus on Mike Bailey's legs if I were Benny Banks, but right there you can even see Bailey with those elbow shots. Based on the positioning, holding his shoulder a little bit afterwards, definitely hurt him. Big suplex. No! A gourd buster knee smash from the Speedball. Bailey could have been looking to go for Ultima Weapon. Banks was set up for it, but Benny moved out of the way, caught the axe handle on the back half, moved out of the way of the moonsault, and Benny Banks will resume control here. Big snapmare driver to from Benny Banks to Speedball Mike Bailey. 1, 2. Kick out by Bailey. That snapmare driver led to Benny Banks defeating Joe Hendry for that Impact Digital Media Championship at Impact Presents Sacrifice. But the spiral plex from Benny Banks, his signature offensive maneuver, only gets 2, but that was a deep kick out. Bailey had to use the right arm, had no power to kick out with the left, and Benny notices that, immediately goes on the offensive on that right arm. It's an incredible strategy, makes it near impossible to kick out if you can't even lift your shoulders above your head. Big Enziguri was countered there, but Speedball's catching him with the Speedball kicks. And Benny Banks could be in trouble. Speedball Mike Bailey has him where he wants him, throws him in the corner. What's he got in mind here? The body slam set up for the Ultima Weapon. If he hits this, this could be a big comeback for Speedball. Gets the Ultima Weapon. 1, 2. Kick out by Benny Banks at 2. Big kick out there, but Speedball immediately goes into another offensive maneuver, a Cobra Clutch. Transition flawlessly into a crossface. You don't often associate Mike Bailey as a submission athlete, but that BJJ background, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, definitely leads him to know exactly how to manipulate the human body to his benefit. Benny Banks has him up with a huge roundhouse, and now just some shots and another single leg drop kick. Fantastically executed. Speedball counters with a vicious kick to the thigh, stinging him out there. Went for the east-west knee, but Benny Banks countered it back and forth as a TNA kick on the Impact Digital Media Champion. And a reverse green tea plunge on Benny Banks from Speedball Mike Bailey. 1, 2, 3, and Speedball will seal it on the reverse green tea plunge. A non-traditional signature maneuver is what it took to put away Benny Banks. Both men kicking out of each other's best shots. But Speedball Mike Bailey gets a big win over the Impact Digital Media Champion. And especially ahead of a defense for Benny Banks next week against Ilya Dragunov. That is not what he wanted to see. As we move into our next contest, the certified lover boy Selena Adams takes on Cal Ballard. Certified lover boy Selena Adams absolutely on a roll as of late, but she has got a date with destiny in the form of a matchup against Cassidy Clark in a few weeks at BMV Presents All the Rage. So the certified lover boy Selena Adams has targeted the owner operator of FNF, Friday Night Fury. And Cassidy Clark has promised to make Selena Adams' life a living hell in the intermediary time. Going to be putting her up against anyone and everyone she can Selena Adams is going to have to fight the odds, as she always has. Selena Adams, no stranger to overcoming obstacles. No stranger to doing whatever it takes to get a victory. She's scrappy above all else. And I know that Selena Adams wants to try and come off as disaffected, completely malaise, but deep down she holds a lot of pride in her heart, wears it on her sleeve. And then there is Kel Valen, a woman who was undefeated for 2 years as a heavyweight champion in another time, in another place. But Kel Valen now has been on an incredible roll, debuted against Daphne dangerously in one of the most dominating performances we've ever seen. And she's got a date with Destiny as well. Kumio Ishimoto, Selena Adams' tag team partner, and the current reigning Destiny champion, to be specific. Kel Valen, absolutely an imposing force in any division she finds herself in. And in the Destiny division, a title that has been noted by some of the greatest workhorses in wrestling history. Of course, you think to the multi-time champions, Kumio Ishimoto in her third reign, 3-time champion Lazara Morgan, Nikita Ventura, so many fantastic champions, all honoring the legacy of Destiny Jade. And we get into this one. Selena Adams starting off on Kel Valen, turned her over immediately, and a vicious inverted suplex there from Selena Adams. Went for a big boy senton, but countered by Kel Valen, who just runs in, trips her up, and punches her in the face. Of course, this is not a first-time meeting between these two, not by a long shot. These two have wrestled each other easily a dozen times across the years. Kel Valen is getting caught with these hip attacks by Selena Adams. Selena disrespecting her competitor. There is no love lost between these two. The amount of history that these two share, the amount of locker rooms that they have both tried to lead. Selena Adams caught by Kel Valen, but manages to reverse with a nice shot to the sternum there. And Selena gonna fire up with a vicious brain breaker right on the neck. Selena going around the clock with these stomps, just devastating Kel Valen. And now going counterclockwise, the Selena Adams special. Going back in time with it and just stomping her all over, completely targeting every portion of the body. Went for the big women's special slap, but Kel Valen fires in with a Masawa forearm. Picks up Selena Adams and just drills her on the top rope. And Kel Valen with a gorgeous lion salt onto Selena Adams. One kick out by Adams at 1, though. Kel Valen tried to pick her up, but Selena Adams with a quick jockey to get back into position. Up to the top rope she goes. And Selena Adams with a diving elbow to Kel as she attempted to stand up. And a big full rotation body splash. Kel Valen manages to reverse Selena Adams. Goes up to the top rope, scales with the greatest of ease. And Kel wants Selena up to her feet. Kel Valen manages to rethink it, but next week, there you see it. The Destiny Championship will be on the line as Kel Valen takes on Kumio Ishimoto, Selena Adams' tag team partner. So you know that Selena wants to try and get some information for Kumio to study. Here's the lance! Divides Selena Adams. And Kel Valen on the top with a gorgeous frog splash. 1, 2. Kick out by Selena Adams at 2. And Kel Valen now just with the shots to the sternum and a sliding forearm right to the jaw. Selena Adams manages to catch Kel as she turned her back on her vicious forearm shot there. Kel with the back elbow. So much back and forth in this match. That is something that can only be attained by two women who know each other incredibly well. Vicious heel kick there. And now slamming the head of Selena into the mat. And Kel Valen lacing Selena with these shots right to the forehead, trying to bust her open, it would seem. Selena popping up, big headbutt right to the dome piece. And now just tossing Kel like a sack of garbage. One kick out by Kel at one. Never going to get the pin there, but trying to get her to just burn some energy. I can't say I blame the strategy. It's a winning formula to burn out your opponent. Selena Adams now just taking some time to grandstand and hot dog with the back kick. Kel back up, runs in, another leg trip, and just those angry shots indiscriminately thrown at the general face and head region. Kel Valen with a springboard moonsault to the back of a kneeling Selena Adams. And another lance, dividing Selena Adams to the point that she cannot stand. 1, 2. Kick out before the 3. CJ Wong saying it's only 2. Kel Valen saying that was 3. Kel Valen back up to the top again. Another frog splash, and it could be over. Knees to the sternum of Kel Valen. That is what Selena needed. Kel countering, Selena Adams countering. Kel thrown to the corner by Selena Adams. Selena putting Kel on the top rope. What does she have in mind here? Maybe a superplex incoming. Oh my goodness, no. We've seen her tease this in the past, but she's never hit it. The Tiger Driver 30-22 on Kel Valen. 1, 2. Kick out by Kel at 2 off of the Tiger Driver 30-22. 1,000 years in the future, that is what Selena will use to win all of her matches. And it bites the fingers. Selena Adams countered by Kel Valen. Valen now just drilling her knee into the side of the head of Selena Adams. Kel Valen, a vicious hit woman who has no reservations about dealing absolute destruction. Rolled through and a kick to the leg to disarm her to set up for the moonsault. Fantastic poise by Kel Valen. Excellent timing. Nearly got her the win, but Selena having to use both hands to kick out there. Very little power in it. Kel Valen targeting the left arm there. Picking her up. And a third lance onto Selena Adams. Kel Valen, though, not going to go for the pin off of it. She wants to deal some real damage. Throws Selena to the floor. Selena not even enough strength to keep herself from falling all the way to the floor. Now Kel just banging the head into the mats that barely cover up that concrete that you can see everyone here banding on. And now Kel just laying in the shots to the face. Kel Valen now grabbing Selena Adams and drilling her with a bloody Sunday on the floor. Kel Valen is just absolutely destroying Selena Adams. Selena, though, with a big punch. These two, so much hatred over the years. Kel sent into the barrier right in front of the FNF faithful, and Selena just trying to hype herself up, trying to get some feeling back into her bones. And Kel Valen slides back in the ring. Selena Adams knows what she's got to do. Grabs Kel Valen, another brain breaker from Selena onto Kel. This has been a brutal war. Women's special slap sends Kel recoiling. Kel Valen's out on her feet, and Selena Adams knows it. She's going to go for the kill one more time. Kel kicked out earlier, but Selena Adams thinks one more shot will do it. Tiger Driver 30-22 off the top rope. 1, 2, 3. Selena Adams slumps over to the side. That was a hell of a war these two ladies put on. Selena gets the win, gets the momentum, but Kel Valen certainly didn't lose any there. Even off of a loss, I still think that it's hard to say that she's not the favorite to win against Kumio Ishimoto next week. But Selena Adams has Cassidy Clark in 4 weeks at All the Rage. And there's going to be a lot of rage between those two as we move into our next contest, which is Cesar Samuels versus Andrew Everett, the DPW National Heavyweight Champion. Title not on the line, but Andrew Everett made his 1WW debut at 1WW Dead Man's Hand in that Battle Royal. Did not win that matchup. It was ultimately won by Dave Torres, who we'll see a little later on tonight. But Andrew Everett did sign a limited contract with 1WW to appear with that DPW National Championship around his waist. And he said that he wants to wrestle the best. And I mean, if you ask anyone who's anyone, the best 1WW has to offer is Cesar Samuels. He's the man to beat. Former WNW Grand Slam champion. And Andrew Everett definitely going to have his work cut out for him here tonight. But Cesar Samuels has said this will be his last appearance as Cesar Samuels. He wants to give Andrew Everett the respect he is owed, but that he is not going to stand idly by and let Kel Liudrich disrespect the legacy of 1WW, that he is bringing out something that his father brought out to take down Gran Azteca Sr. He is bringing out Asesino Dragon to take on Kel Liudrich at BMV All the Rage. Kel Liudrich, the 1WW heavyweight champion of the world, defeated Dylan Hyatt in an absolutely brutal matchup. So we know that Cesar Samuels, a man with a lot of pride for what he does. Ring the bell, and Cesar with a high kick, series 2. Andrew Everett picks him up, but Everett with a quick up and over, and a scorpion death drop, laying the slip down to him as Andrew Everett gets up to the top rope now and pops off a spiral tap immediately. Andrew Everett goes in for the cover. 1, 2. Gets the kick out to Cesar. That's a hell of a move to be hitting 30 seconds into a match. Andrew Everett flies through the air with the best of them. But Cesar Samuels, no slouch as well. Now just locking in a chin lock. He is just pacing Cesar Samuels right now, trying to see what the best has to offer. Cesar, though, with a big springboard moonsault, showing that he can flip and fly as much as Andrew Everett wants to. Big drop kick to the labrum of Andrew Everett there. And the DPW National Champion takes down Cesar there. And now the Kawada kicks right to the forehead. And Andrew with a bottom rope moonsault. A game of one-upsmanship has broken out here. Only a 1 count. Cesar gets that shoulder up. Andrew Everett heading back up, and we have just had announced for next week Christian Garcia, Cazador Jr., and Kieran Colesworth. A lot of C's there. Will take on one another in a triple threat match to determine a challenger for Yamashita, as Andrew Everett's signature shooting star press was countered by Cesar Samuels. And a vicious Spanish fly there. Cesar could have just avoided an early end to this matchup by countering that shooting star press. And shots to the face of Andrew Everett and a vicious uppercut under the jaw. Cesar Samuels picking up Andrew, but Andrew countering jaw jacker from Everett, and Everett with an eye rake, and now has him locked in. Choke slam from 7 foot 4 inches in the air. 1, 2. Kick out by Cesar at 2 off of that vicious choke slam. Not many people survive a fall from 7 foot 4 inches in the air. You got to think Cesar 6 foot 5. That's almost 10 feet in the air. He's feeling it. Nice shot to the chest there, and a gorgeous moonsault from Andrew Everett as well. Andrew Everett heading back up top. Could be looking for the 630. You coward. Do it. No, turns around. Cancun twister from Andrew Everett. The stomp went for the PK, but Cesar countered it. Cesar's got to start hitting some big moves here, but Andrew Everett countered him once again. This has been an Andrew Everett showcase thus far. Cesar Samuels has really just been on the back foot for majority of it. Everett picks up Samuels and drills him on the top turnbuckle. It's a long fall from 7 foot 4 inches in the air. Kick in the forehead, though, by Cesar Samuels. And Samuels off the ropes. Grand finale. Homage to his trainer. Only gets the 2. Cesar Samuels, of course, was taken under the wing by one of the greatest luchadors of the modern era, Gran Azteca Sr. But there's the Aztec press from Cesar Samuels. 1, 2. Andrew Everett gets that shoulder up at 2. And just like that, in 2 moves, Cesar Samuels has changed the complexion of this matchup, showing again why he's the best. That bottom rope moonsault that Everett did earlier, Cesar completely whiffed on it. Andrew Everett grabs him and again lays the slip down on him with that Scorpion Death Drop. Gorgeous standing moonsault as well. Andrew thinks that could be enough. 1, 2. Cesar gets that kick out. Had to use the legs to get a little extra leverage. Andrew Everett calling for the choke slam once again. Cesar going to be sent for the ride. 7 foot 4 inches in the air. Gets him down. Andrew Everett goes in for the cover on Cesar Samuels. That's a 1, 2. No, Cesar pops that shoulder up. Andrew Everett saying that the ref needs to be on it a little more. Mark Meltzer saying it's a fair count. It's an even tempo. And I mean, if you can say nothing about Mark Meltzer, he's nothing if not fair. Andrew back up to the top. It's led to some mixed results tonight, but the Shooting Star has done nothing but duck eggs for him, and it keeps coming up. Zeros. Cesar got the knees up and again resumes control. Nice drop kick to the back once again. Cesar up to the top rope again. Could he be looking for another Aztec press? He is, and he gets it. That deep elevation for the Aztec press. 1, 2. No, Andrew Everett survives a second Aztec press. These two are going at it like peak 1WW Dragon Warrior Championship matchup from the 90s. A grand finale once again. 1, 2, 3. And Cesar will seal it off of a second grand finale, but it was not easy for him to get done. Cesar Samuels had to fight, scratch, and claw for that one. So this could be the last time we see Cesar Samuels in this incarnation, because we are going to see Assassino Dragon the next time we see Cesar. But if that's the last time we see him for a while, it's a hell of a way to go out. And in our next contest, Oedo Tai, Mei Kazuko, and the World of Stardom champion Dark Starlight Kid take on Alley Catch and Kid Bandit. Mei Kazuko, the newest member of Oedo Tai, joining Kyrie and Dark Starlight Kid. But they are taking on Kid Bandit and Alley Catch. Kid Bandit, she has been all over the world, gaining notoriety wherever she goes. And Kid Bandit definitely getting a lot of support from her brigand here tonight. Kid Bandit, one of the most popular professional wrestlers in the world today, has had a mixed history here in FNF, made it all the way to the finals of the Reina de Maestro Memorial Tournament, the RDMMT, ultimately defeated by Kumio Ishimoto. Kumio Ishimoto, of course, defeating Kid Bandit in that tournament final, and Kid Bandit went away for a little while, but she's back now, teaming with Alley Catch. And of course, this is a part of a series of matches to, quote, rejuvenate the women's tag team division. So that is definitely a fantastic goal set in place by Cassidy Clark, who herself, of course, was made famous in her early days by being in a women's tag team with Callie Kaplan as a part of the Kingsmen. Alley Catch, no stranger to tag team wrestling, though with her it is more typically intergender style, with her tag team partner Effie, the team known colloquially as Bussy. Alley Catch, a world-class, world-traveled competitor. If anyone is going to mesh well with Kid Bandit, Alley Catch would be chief among them. But they are taking on the team of Dark Starlight Kid and Mei Kazuko. Dark Starlight Kid, the World of Stardom champion, of course. Wasn't that long ago she faced Fleur Elise and almost won the FNF World's Championship, ultimately being put down by the Beethoven dominator that is Fleur Elise. But Mei Kazuko now under their ranks, a former Legacy champion Mei Kazuko is. So she absolutely is an incredible competitor in her own right. Even just in her short time here in FNF, already has a championship reign under her belt. Though many people, herself chief among them, say that it was a little underwhelming, that maybe she got too much success too fast, and it led to her not appreciating the success as much as she should have. Dark Starlight Kid saw this and said of Mei Kazuko that she has all the makings of a future champion. Recruited her to Odeyo Tai, and now Mei Kazuko looks like she's got a confidence about her, a swagger about her that we have not seen to this point. Mei Kazuko ready for it. Kid Bandit ready for it. Ring the damn bell. Mei Kazuko fighting off Kid Bandit. Of course, traditional multiverse tag team rules do apply. Elimination for both teams. Pinfall, submission, count out, or referee removal. 20 count on the floor. You saw Mei Kazuko scale those ropes. She has such a comfortability in the ring that is really just indescribable, but she got a little ahead of herself, missed that flying heel kick. That's a costly mistake maybe later in the match, but this early in the match, it's recoverable. But that Orange Crush powerbomb may lead her to wish that she thought a little harder about that devastating heel kick off the top. And Alley Catch already getting a quick tag from Kid Bandit to Alley Catch, and a destination kick to the arm of Mei Kazuko. Alley Catch with a shot to the kidney. Now grabbing Mei by the hair and slamming her into her own corner. Alley Catch talking some trash to Dark Starlight Kid as she shoots her into the Catch and Bandit corner. Mei Kazuko fighting out big back elbow and a smack in the face. And Alley Catch is outclassing Mei Kazuko here. Mei Kazuko may be getting in her own head a little bit. We've seen her do that in the past, and Alley Catch more than willing to take advantage of it, just grinding against the leg of Mei Kazuko. Going to slow her down a little bit. Mei definitely needs to try and get back into this one, and a TNA kick into a Shining Wizard from Alley Catch. Alley Catch now picking up Mei Kazuko and tries to nail her with a German, but Mei manages to reverse. Mei Kazuko managed to get out of the way of that one. Alley Catch tried to get back in. Kazuko catches her with a Sharani onto Alley Catch, and Kazuko going to tag in DSK, Dark Starlight Kid in. This is a dream match right here. Catch and Dark Starlight Kid, two of the greatest women's wrestlers of this era. Alley Catch now just grinding against Dark Starlight Kid in the corner. Grizzly Magnum onto DSK. And a nice alley-oop out of the corner, and Alley Catch going to show off some power on the admittedly tiny frame of Dark Starlight Kid with a vicious suplex. Alley Catch has been running shop in this thing. She has been destroying fools left, right, and center. Kicks to the back of the head. Alley Catch has had a brief and somewhat controversial run in FNF in the past, but she makes her return here, and a vicious kick is countered into the Juchikatoki from DSK. And Dark Starlight Kid wants to try and bring in Mei Kazuko, perhaps, or just get Alley Catch out of no man's land. Big chop sends her back in, and another Juchikatoki under the jaw. That open palm strike under the jaw, definitely devastating. Short arm line from Alley Catch sends her into a neutral corner. No team occupation there, and a kick right down. And Alley looked like she may have been going for the running cannonball, but it opted instead for that alley-oop once again. Oh, and Alley Catch with a controversial maneuver. CJ Wong going to let it go for now. But Alley Catch with the controversial wrist clutch assault, as it's been dubbed. Banned by most athletic commissions, but Cassidy Clark still working on getting it fully banned in FNF. CJ Wong telling her to watch it. One more infraction like that, and she could be disqualified. Big Michinoku driver there. She could even have her whole team disqualified if she's not careful. The line, and Dark Starlight Kid is done. Thanks in no small part to that wrist clutch assault. May Kazuko fighting 2-1 odds. She's trying to get Alley Catch away from Kid Bandit, but May Kazuko is now fighting an uphill battle. She has got to try and eliminate both members of Catch and Bandit to bring her team on. Of course, it's not a traditional tournament that is in place right now for the Women's Tag Team Championship #1 contendership. It's just seeing which teams stand out, win or lose. Rebuilding the division is the focus. Alley Catch tags in the Kid Bandit, and Kid Bandit now looking to do some damage to May Kazuko. Sling Blade to Kazuko, and she is just getting double teamed right now. These are definitely not favorable odds for May Kazuko. Kid Bandit up to the top rope now. She goes. Inverted Phoenix Splash onto Kazuko. And Kid Bandit goes in for the cover. This could be a quick win for Catch and Bandit, but Kazuko gets the kick out at 2. May Kazuko manages to survive that vicious inverted Phoenix Splash. Kazuko counters Kid Bandit, and Kazuko sending Bandit into the corner, runs in after her. Caught with a big uppercut from Kid Bandit. And a Cazadora into the Rana from Kid Bandit. And now grabbing her by the pigtail to lock in this crossface. And in a few weeks, next week, we have just heard that it is sanctioned that Callie Kaplan will take on newly won Legacy champion Natty Neptune for that championship next week. Natty Neptune said she wants competition now, and Callie Kaplan answered the call in for the cover on May Kazuko. Only a 2 count for Kid Bandit. May Kazuko has got to get back into this thing. She is fighting with the heart of a warrior, but it doesn't seem to be doing her any good. And Kazuko reverses the Angel Killer from Kid Bandit and the high heel kick from Kazuko. Bottom rope moonsault. Goes in for the cover. Only a 1 count on Kid Bandit, but May Kazuko now setting her eyes on Alley Catch for a moment before focusing back in on Kid Bandit. She rolls to her feet. High kick staggers Kazuko. Big chop countered and feinted into the DDT. May Kazuko is lasting quite a while against 2 world-class athletes, given that she has that disadvantage. 1, 2. Oh, man, I thought that could have been it. May Kazuko could have just ran out of gas, but Kid Bandit tagging in Alley Catch once again. Catch getting back in the ring now, and a big DDT to the dome piece of May Kazuko. Runs in for the cover. 1, not even 2. May Kazuko gets that shoulder up. She is desperately fighting with everything she's got. Alley Catch grabbing her, and May Kazuko back to her feet. Big headbutt, using it as a weapon. May Kazuko grabbing Alley Catch and sending her to the corner. But a back elbow from Catch to Kazuko. Kazuko flies in with the running Shining Wizard. And a PK to the back. May Kazuko goes in for the cover. 1, 2. No, Alley Catch survives. That was a vicious running Shining Wizard there by May Kazuko. Bottom rope moonsault. Looks like she caught the knee to the dome. Not what you want to be doing, but I mean, at least she got something other than nothing. May Kazuko grabbing Alley Catch and just kicking her right under the jaw. Kick in the face from May Kazuko, and another one incoming. That one to the chest region of Alley Catch. May up to the top rope, scaling with the greatest of ease, calling Alley to her feet. Could be looking for a redo, and a diving thrust kick onto Alley Catch, and May Kazuko is a woman possessed. She is running like a house of fire. Slingshot drop kick to Alley Catch. Runs in on Catch. Bandit may have to break this one up too. And she will. May Kazuko had Alley Catch beat, but Bandit, she was there to break it up. Kick to the sternum of Alley Catch. And May Kazuko now just running clean on Kid Bandit as well with these shots right to Bandit's jaw. And now grabbing Kid Bandit and sending her to the outside. Got to refocus up on Alley Catch, and she did. Big backflip out of the way from Alley Catch. Looks like she could have been going for a Regal Blix destination kick to the arm. Alley Catch grabbing May Kazuko and sending her to the corner. Mei Kazuko managing to reverse with that big shot. Smack in the face. Went for the shot low, but Kazuko reversed. Mei Kazuko is holding her own against two of the most talented women to ever step foot in an FNF ring. I'm absolutely shocked by this development. Mei Kazuko grabbing Ali and a big satellite DDT to Ali. Catch from Mei Kazuko. 1, 2, and again Bandit had to break it up. Mei Kazuko has Ali catch done. Dead to rights, but Mei constantly having to keep an eye on Ali. Catches partner Kid Bandit. Nailed her with that self-rock bottom onto Ali. Catches partner Kid Bandit. Off the rope she goes. Big tornado axe kick, and referee CJ Wong says Ali's done. Ali's out. Mei Kazuko has evened up the odds. 20 count on the floor. Got to watch out for that. But Mei Kazuko did an incredible job surviving against these two. Absolutely insane job by Mei Kazuko. I'm incredibly impressed by that. Mei now just staring daggers into Kid Bandit. She knows what she's got to do. She's got to get back in and meet her there. Meet the moment. Running Shining Wizard from Mei Kazuko and the PK. That's a signature combination, it seems, by Mei Kazuko. She keeps going back to it, and it's effective. So, I mean, I like it. I love this style by Mei Kazuko. She's an incredibly well-versed striker, it seems. Learning a lot about her, and another PK to the back. She's got Kid Bandit's number. Elbow to the top of the head. I think that Mei Kazuko could have Kid Bandit done. This would be a hell of a comeback story if she could come 2-1. Slingshots in. Drop kick connects onto Kid Bandit. Go for the cover, Kid. You got this. 1, 2. No, Kid Bandit kicks out. I thought that Mei Kazuko just pulled the heist of the century. Up to the top she goes. Diving double foot stomp is countered. Kid Bandit grabs Mei Kazuko. Just a kick to the sternum and another one into the short arm line on Kazuko. Goes in for the cover. Hasn't been enough damage. 1, 2. No! Kazuko survives. She's been all on her own, taking all the damage for over half the length of this match. Tornado kick from Kid Bandit. She heads to the top. Looking for the Phoenix Splash. Gets it! And the referee rules for Kid Bandit and Ali catch, but Mei Kazuko, a lot of heart shown on that kid. My God. She is a star, I tell you what. Mei Kazuko and Dark Starlight Kid, nothing to be ashamed of, but Ali catch and Kid Bandit get the W. And of course, there is no traditional tournament, but I mean, a win goes a long way in saying who should challenge for championships. And speaking of championships, Dave Torres taking on CeeCee Chambers for the Dragon Warrior Championship. Dave Torres won the Open Invitational Battle Royal at 1WW Dead Man's Hand, getting 3 eliminations in the process, including the last elimination against Chris Bay, the dashing one. But Dave Torres has certainly had his criticizers, people saying he's not ready, people saying that he's nothing but an enhancement guy, people saying that he has no business being in a championship match, but Dave Torres calls himself a star chaser. He is ready to become the second ever Dragon Warrior champion of this incarnation. He wants his name engraved on the side plate right underneath the name of CeeCee Chambers, who was the inaugural champion, defeated Johnny McGinnis for that honor. Dave Torres certainly making some people believers back in Sin City. And now he's got to try and make believers out of all of us. Can he win the Dragon Warrior Championship in our main event of the evening? We saw in the main event of Part 1, Natty Neptune overcame a lot of odds to defeat Morgan Knight to become the FNF Legacy Champion. Can Dave Torres do something similar here? Can the Star Chaser finally catch that star, or will CeeCee Chambers continue his incredible reign of championship defenses? He's held that title for a long time, knocking back the challengers of everyone who's come after him. But eventually he's going to miss, and when he does, Dave Taylor wants to be the one to reap the benefits. CeeCee Chambers, the Triple C out here. Dragon Warrior champion. CeeCee Chambers, definitely a fan favorite. Has been having, if not the best match every single week, then definitely one of them every single week since arriving here in 1WW. Defending that championship everywhere he goes. He's become synonymous with the Dragon Warrior Championship at this point. It's going to be hard to picture a time where he does not have it around his waist, but that time could be right here, right now, tonight, if Dave Torres can cash in and get lucky. Dave Torres is an incredible professional wrestler, but CeeCee Chambers is on a different level. I think CeeCee Chambers, the favorite going into any match he has, cannot afford to overlook Dave Torres here tonight. Dave Torres definitely could be the man to knock CeeCee off of his perch if he's not careful. Dave Torres, CeeCee Chambers doing battle for the what has been dubbed by some the Workhorse Championship of 1WW. The title that is held by the person who has the best match each and every week, who is the best professional wrestler to step foot in the 1WW 20x20. Dave Torres says that's him. CeeCee Chambers says it's been him. So who's right? Who is going to keep that going? And who is going to have to give up any hopes of being the champion of 1WW's Workhorse division, the Dragon Warrior Championship, around the shoulder of CeeCee Chambers? Could he be saying goodbye? Or could he just be saying see you later? The time to find out officially begins now. Referee Mark Meltzer holds that title above his head. Dave Torres lackadaisical over the top rope. CeeCee adjusting his arm condoms as Mark Meltzer rings the bell. And let's get into this one. Dave Torres with a house of fire starts off with the TNA kick. Chiranui, no counter into the diced bread. And Dave Torres with a springboard Phoenix Splash. What a start by Dave Torres, the Star Chaser. Good God. Dave Torres trying to overwhelm CeeCee Chambers in the opening portions of this match, but Chambers going to slow it down. Chambers no stranger to the high flying, to the big athletic maneuvers, but he doesn't want to do that right now. He wants to try and keep Torres on the ground. He's doing just that with these stomps in the hand, trying to break the wrist. Just going back to this over and over again. This is honestly getting a little rough. All the rage in 4 weeks' time in Dallas, Texas. But Mark Meltzer may need to step in here because CeeCee Chambers could be breaking the wrist of Dave Torres at this point. Good God. He is just trying to snap the wrist bone of the Star Chaser. I mean, I have never in my life seen that level of methodical devastation by CeeCee Chambers. Dave Torres uses his body weight to shoot CeeCee out of the way. But CeeCee going to send Torres up and over. It's a miracle he can even grab with that damaged limb of his. And now CeeCee Chambers looking for a big back suplex, and he nails it on Dave Torres on the apron. Shots to the rib cage and the sliding form smash. You saw him grab that wrist that he's been targeting so much, dealing some damage on that with a wrist lock in the process. Now just throwing Torres sternum first into the ring apron. And CeeCee now locking in a stretch plum with the bad arm trapped under the leg. Dave Torres having to use all the strength in his right arm to try and get out of it. Dave Torres throwing CeeCee Chambers into it. Mayo Rana from Dave Torres to CeeCee Chambers. He's trying to get back into it, maybe deal a little bit of targeting damage to the arm of CeeCee. I mean, my God, CeeCee was just a man possessed trying to break the wrist of Dave Torres, it seemed. Torres does seem to be all the all fine and dandy at the moment. I mean, as fine as you can be anyway. CeeCee Chambers picking up Dave Torres, dropping him on the ring apron. You saw a moment ago, right before they went to the outside, Mark Meltzer did ask Dave if he wanted to continue, and Dave may be regretting that as he goes skull first into the ring post. Dave Torres on the outside. CeeCee Chambers is, I mean, this is an aggressiveness that we have not seen from him. The fans do not like it. Like, they are just kind of in stunned silence. CeeCee Chambers now tearing up the Japanese announce table, trying to maybe set up for some machinations he has in the future. Dave Torres with a big DDT is countered by CeeCee Chambers on the floor. Dave is fighting the underdog position like crazy right now. CeeCee Chambers is all over him. Yoshi tonic on the floor from Dave Torres, though. Dave Torres grabbing CeeCee Chambers. He is having to fight from underneath, and this thing could already have a damaged wrist. Dave Torres tempting CeeCee to get back in, and CeeCee got caught with that upper elbows and the spinning back kick. Dave Torres baiting CeeCee in, making him seem like he wasn't taking it seriously. Spanish fly from Dave Torres. Goes in for the cover. 1, 2. Kick out by CeeCee Chambers. That would have been a hell of an upset by Dave Torres if he got it off of that Spanish fly. Dave Torres definitely trying to stay in this one, up to the top rope. Corkscrew shooter from Dave Torres, chasing the stars. 1, 2. Kick out by CeeCee Chambers at 2. Got that shoulder way up. Top rope moonsault to the back of CeeCee Chambers from Dave Torres. Torres, though, with a shot from CeeCee into the stomach. CeeCee Chambers grabbing him. Blood in the water with that impaler DDT. CeeCee grabbing Dave Torres, big super kick to the head and to the back of the head as well. CeeCee is just bullying Dave Torres at this point. This is a side of CeeCee Chambers I never thought that we would see. I was hoping we'd never see. He's always so happy-go-lucky. You never think that he may have a dark side. Vicious super kick to counter the roundhouse. Dave Torres, hell of a super kick on this kid. That's how he eliminated Chris Bay from the Open Invitational Battle Royal. Dave Torres staying on him now. Somersault leg drop onto CeeCee Chambers. Dave Torres going for a Starship Remedy, but CeeCee got out of the way and just shoot kicked him in the face. CeeCee Chambers now grabbing Dave Torres and a discus punch right to the side of the face and a double stomp as well. Kick is countered by Dave Torres, who dragon screws CeeCee Chambers down. Dave Torres dragging CeeCee back to the center ring. Dave Torres now just trying to grandstand, get these people on their feet. Off the ropes and a big moonsault. That was a hell of a lot of elevation from Dave Torres. Dave now grabbing CeeCee, but CeeCee with the jaw jacker. Torres on the ropes. CeeCee gonna send him to the apron. Heat seeker, a pile driver in the ropes from CeeCee Chambers. 1, 2. Kick out by Dave Torres at 2. CeeCee Chambers has just been pulling out a lot of tricks out of the book that I never thought we'd see from him. CeeCee up to the top, though. This is more in his wheelhouse that we've seen in the past, is these high-flying acrobatics. Not this aggressive side. Diving nothing. Dave Torres wasn't where CeeCee thought he was going to be, but CeeCee tried to fire back with that signature springboard cutter. Dave countered, but the kicks counter once again. Off the ropes, misses the neuralizer, but catches him with the roundhouse anyway. Both men so exhausted they are missing what should be guaranteed locks for both of them. Tossed in the corner by CeeCee, and Dave Torres in a bad way as he is just shoved backwards into the ring, or into the turnbuckle, excuse me. And now CeeCee Chambers grabbing him. Dave Torres back in. Mayo Rana onto CeeCee Chambers. So much back and forth here, and Dave with a vicious right hook to the side of the face. Dave back up top again. What's he got in mind? Corkscrew shooter knees from CeeCee Chambers. Debilitates Dave Torres, but Torres managed to counter. It looked like CeeCee was revving up for that corkscrew roundhouse. Torres managed to counter at once. Big TNA kick from Dave Torres into the top rope moonsault, which CeeCee moves out of the way. I'm going to go for the cover, hope that that damage done could put him away, but only the 2. Not a powerful kick out by Dave Torres, though you can see that all this devastation that CeeCee has done is absolutely taking its toll. Nice up kick there for Dave Torres. The crowd chanting both these guys as Torres nails the Yoshi tonic on CeeCee Chambers. Dave Torres up to the middle rope. BME! Viciously done by Dave Torres. 2. Kick out by CeeCee Chambers. That was a hell of an athletic maneuver there by Dave Torres. Both of these guys are just pulling out all the stops. Spanish fly, no. The elbows countered by Dave Torres. Off the rope, springboard cutter again countered. Torres studied that move clearly, knows how devastating it is. Vicious fist drop there by Dave Torres. And now trying to rake the face, but CeeCee Chambers with that back elbow. Neither man able to stay on offense for very long. Code breaker. And Torres has got color. Now just snapping the knees backwards, trying to ground him even more. Torres with a laceration above the eyes, right on the forehead line, it seems. CeeCee Chambers placing Torres in the corner and just shooting him in the head with that punch. Has him up now, and CeeCee Chambers with the back roll into the vicious knee lift. Good God almighty. And CeeCee Chambers now just pulling on the face of Dave Torres, trying to get him to submit. Mark Meltzer wants him to tap, says, save yourself, kid. Dave Torres, blood dripping in the eyes. And CeeCee lets him go. He wants to win with style. Up to the top rope. What's he got in mind? CeeCee Chambers calling him up, wants to right the wrong. That was that diving Meteora, perhaps. And Torres moves out of the way, going to make him pay for his hubris. CeeCee back up, slams the arm on the ground. Chambers back up, slams the arm on the ground. And Torres with a moonsault to the back. Dave Torres thought about it for a second, says, why not? Goes for the cover. 1, 2. No, CeeCee Chambers gets the kick out. These guys are going pillar to post. Hell for leather up top again. Corkscrew shooter. Catches him. 1, 2, 3. Dave Torres did it. Dave Torres overcoming the odds. 2 weeks ago he was unknown, and now he can call himself champion of the Dragon Warrior division. If anyone's earned it, Dave Torres has earned it. Thank you for watching.